Hey, heroes. What if Deku trained harder and ended up with a harem of powerful allies? Join me in this exciting journey as we explore this alternate path for our favorite hero. Let's jump in. Narrates Izuku. I'm Izuku Mito. Well, I think I'm not a Midoriya anymore. Well, in this world where 80% of people have a quirk, the other 20% are normal people. I'm one of that 20%. Izuku, 4 years old. Izuku, Mom, I asked what quirk I'll have. Inko, I don't know son, but don't worry about it. Izuku would wait excitedly for the results to come in. Doctor, I'm sorry ma'am, your son doesn't have a quirk. The room would become a tomb. Izuku would just stare at the doctor without saying anything, while Inko began to bring out her true self. Inko, what do you mean my son doesn't have a quirk? Izuku. Doctor, I'm sincerely sorry.
Inko, serious, see, I understand.
Inko would grab Izuku and they would leave the office without saying a word. Izuku and Inko would arrive at their house. Inko, now what will your father say when he returns, holding back tears? Izuku, Mom. Inko, shut up. Inko, go to your room. Izuku, but Mom. Inko, go back to your damn room. Izuku wouldn't say anything and would run to his room. The next morning. Hisashi, what do you mean my son is a fucking quirklies? Inko, wait Hisashi, don't go. Hisashi, fuck you, I'm not going to stay when I know my son is a fucking quirklies. Inko, in tears, please Hisashi don't leave me. Hisashi would leave, leaving Inko crying inconsolably while Izuku watched from the side of the room. Izuku, Mom. Inko, serious tone, what the hell do you want? Izuku, Mom. Why did he leave? Inko would fly into a fit of rage. Inko, why, you ask why? Izuku would be attentive to what his mother would say. Inko, because you couldn't be born with a damn quirk. Inko, I'm disappointed and I'm getting excited, damn quirklies. Inko, serious tone, you are no longer my son. Izuku would be completely in shock and start crying inconsolably. Izuku, Mom, no. Inko, don't call me that. I would hit him in the face. Izuku would be lying on the ground with his hand on his face. Inko would retreat, leaving Izuku on the ground. 1 year later. In this year Izuku would go through hell. His mother would never speak to him, she would leave him without food for weeks. At school he would suffer abuse and mockery from students and teachers, even from his best friend Bakugo, but he would only endure all that pain. Bakugo would be seen hitting a classmate in the park where no one was passing by. Izuku would be standing next to him watching as his partner began to cry from the beating he was receiving. Izuku, Kachan, leave it already. Bakugo, huh?
Izuku, I was just saying.
Bakugo, fine. With a mocking smile, then I'll hit you. Izuku, The boy who was being hit ran away while Bakugo pushed Izuku against the ground, hitting him non-stop, leaving him almost dead and unable to speak. Bakugo, damn Deku, so you learn not to meddle in my business. Izuku. Bakugo, TSK. And that day Izuku did not return to his hell called home, no, his hell called life. It's perfect. Izuku, where am I? Izuku, it seems that I'm dead. No you're not. Izuku, huh? Izuku, who are you? You can call me administrator. Izuku, administrator? Administrator, yes with a smile. Izuku would feel overwhelmed by the pressure given by this being who called himself an administrator. Izuku, thought, fear, I have never felt so afraid in my short life. Administrator, well, I think it's time. Izuku, time? There wouldn't be time for the manager to speak because Izuku had already woken up in a house he didn't know. Izuku, huh? Where am I? Blessing of the administrator confirmed. Izuku, administrator's blessing, what is that? Daily goal. Push-ups, 0-100 sit. Ups, 0-100. Squats, 0-100. Run, 0/10 of a kilometer. 47. Izuku, huh? What is this? He wouldn't give it any importance and would fall asleep in one of the rooms he found desert. Izuku, Izuku, what is this? Izuku had appeared in a desert, and while he was assimilating what had happened he would be chased by a huge centipede. Incomplete daily objectives. Punishment, survive. Duration, 4 hours. Izuku, what? 100 feet of poison fangs, ga. Izuku, what the fuck? Izuku, I'm not going to be able to survive this. Time would pass, Izuku would be lying on the desert floor. The centipede that was chasing him had been eaten by another monster who did not pay attention to the green-haired man and only focused on eating the centipede. Izuku, exhaling quickly. Izuku, I don't know how I survived exhaling quickly. You have completed the punishment. Izuku would complete the punishment and be returned to the case where the administrator had left him. After this, Izuku's day would be very normal. He would explore the house and discover that in the kitchen there was a great variety of foods, but since he was only 5 years old, he could barely hold a knife properly. But he would manage to cook an egg and salads. Izuku, 98. Izuku, 99. Izuku, and 100. Daily goals. Push-ups, 100 100ths. Sit-ups, 100 100ths. Squats, 100 100ths. Run, 10/10ths of a kilometer. You have completed the daily quests. Izuku, I feel like I'm going to die, breathing heavily. Izuku, now what am I going to do with the food? Izuku, well, I think I can learn to cook quickly. Izuku, now. I think it's time to sleep. 10 years later. In these 10 years Izuku would concentrate on completing the daily missions. Exploring the house he would find a huge library where he would spend most of the day, so as not to get bored he would begin to read. As the months went by little he would begin to learn to cook. Izuku, 99. Izuku, and 100. Izuku, well I think I'm done. Notification. Izuku, huh? Objective, clear the dungeon. Reward, dagger, XP points. Izuku, well it's not like the reward is good. Izuku, but it's an opportunity to test all the training I've done in these 10 years. Izuku, also. Izuku, what could go wrong? Clear the dungeon, if not. Izuku, yes. Clear the dungeon, yes no. Izuku, yes. Teleporting. Izuku, huh? Izuku, it's a street, it looks like it's nighttime. Grrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrrr Fang Wolf. Wolf, grr. Izuku, wow, looks like this is going to be complicated. The wolf would pounce, but Izuku would easily dodge it by hitting the wolf's snout. Izuku, ah, I see why they call him Iron Teeth, touching his knuckles. Izuku, but it's very weak. Izuku would make a quick movement, splitting the wolf in half. Izuku, this was easy, smiling. Izuku, huh? Izuku would see about 20 more wolves approaching. Izuku, it seems that it is not going to be that easy. 20 minutes later. Izuku, ah. They may be very weak, but there are many and they keep increasing. Breathing heavily. Izuku, TSK. Izuku, if only I had a weapon. Notification, you received a gift. Open your inventory to get the gift. Izuku, huh? Izuku, inventory, I have an inventory. Izuku, no way. Izuku, it's been 10 years and I just found out I have an inventory. Izuku, huh? A wolf would take advantage of the fact that Izuku was distracted to attack, but without any result, Izuku would kick him, leaving the wolf immobile. Izuku, they're a nuisance. Izuku would open his inventory. Gifts, 68. Zuku, huh? Izuku, I'm a complete idiot. Touching his forehead, Izuku, oh, a gift is a sword. Izuku, great, now I can defeat them easily. Are you sure you want to open the gift? Yes, no. Izuku, yes. At that, a sword would appear in Izuku's hand. Iron Sword class, D plus 10 attack. Izuku, it's not the best but worse than nothing. Izuku would lunge at more than 20 wolves. 30 minutes later. Izuku, well, this has been easier than before. Izuku, now all that's left is. Izuku, huh? Woman, please save me. Izuku, I didn't think there were people in this dungeon, it seems very strange to me. Woman, I didn't think there was anyone else, please you have to help me. Izuku, thought, what a nuisance, well I don't have to save her, she must be an NPC or something. Izuku wouldn't pay any attention to it and would continue walking. Woman, hey, please listen to me, you have to help me, aren't you a hero? Izuku, serious voice, no, I'm not. The woman would remain silent and afraid because he was not a hero who came to save her. Then 5 wolves would corner the woman. Woman, hey, help me. Izuku would ignore it and continue walking. Woman, please help me. Izuku thought, what a nuisance, I want to go help her, but something inside me. In that he would remember how he saved someone he didn't even know from being beaten by Bakugo to be beaten to death. Izuku thought, I don't want that to happen to me again, that's why I tried hard all these years. Izuku thought, I don't want to remember that feeling. Izuku thought, how he ran away and left me alone, that feeling. Izuku, that feeling. Woman, help please, about to be eaten by wolves. Izuku, now I remember, with a smile. Izuku thought, that feeling was not of resentment, it was not of despair or hatred. Izuku thought, it was satisfaction, the satisfaction that he was able to escape, that I was able to save him. Grabbing his sword, woman, I would close my eyes. At that moment Izuku swung the sword so fast that the wolves couldn't react, cutting off their heads instantly. Woman, huh? Izuku, you're safe now. Woman, crying, thank you very much. Izuku, yeah. Woman, you are my hero. Izuku, huh? Blushes slightly. Woman, is something wrong? Izuku, no, nothing, turning quickly. Izuku thinking, what hero, huh? Smiling slightly. Izuku, come on, I have to defeat the boss so we can get out of here. Woman, yes. 10 minutes later. Izuku would defeat all the wolves, quickly reaching the place where the dungeon boss was. Izuku, serious tone, we arrived. Woman, yes. Sneaking up. Izuku, it seems that he is asleep, this will be easy, grabbing his sword. Boss, gah. Izuku, damn, it was a trap. Woman, what? At that a bunch of wolves would come out from the surrounding them. Izuku, it already seemed pretty easy to me. Izuku, it was impossible for the final boss to be alone. Woman, what are we going to do? Izuku, TSK, I don't know. At that point the boss would lunge at them. Izuku, dodge it. Woman, Izuku would quickly swing his sword, causing most of the wolves to fall, but it was not enough. Izuku, TSK. They are much stronger than the other wolves. At that point a wolf caught Izuku off guard, causing a cut on his arm. Izuku, TSK, shit. Izuku would lunge at the wolves, defeating them but taking a lot of damage. Izuku, thoughts, shit, I'm very tired and I've received a lot of damage from the wolves. At that point the wolves would pounce on him, leaving him immobilized. Izuku, shit. Woman, help. Izuku, huh? At that point I would see that the final boss was going to eat the girl. Woman, Izuku, shit. He would try to move but the wolves wouldn't let him. Izuku, damn. Izuku, damn it. Izuku, let me go, you damn beasts. Woman, help me. Closing her eyes, woman, it seems I won't be able to say goodbye to you, mother. Izuku thought. Curse. Because I can't save her. I need to save her. If only I had more strength. If only I were stronger. Flashback. Thank you. You are my hero. End of flashback. Curse, I can't give up. End of thought. Izuku, Izuku would begin to give off a dark aura completely covering his body. Woman, ready to die, damn. At that she would hear a bang and open her eyes and see the silhouette of her savior who with one blow had sent the dungeon boss to the ground. Woman, speechless, gra. Izuku, save your words. Izuku, first we have to defeat the boss, turning to her smiling. In a quick movement, Izuku would be at the side of the wolves, quickly cutting off their heads. Woman, incredible. Surprised. At that point the boss would come out of the wall trying to attack Izuku, but the latter would stop him with a sword, cutting off one of the boss's legs. Boss, Gaar writhing in pain. Izuku would quickly try to cut off the boss's head, but the boss would stop him with his claws. Izuku, TSK. Total warning of sword uses. 1. Izuku, well. Then I only have one chance to defeat you. The boss would run forward just like Izuku, clashing sword with claw, deciding the winner. Izuku, ah. The boss's claw had hit Izuku's arm, causing him unbearable pain. Izuku, damn. Izuku, well, even if it's over. At that, the claw along with the boss's head would come off, leaving Izuku as the winner. Izuku, ah, that was difficult. Woman, thank you so much for saving me, hero. Izuku, hey. Hey, but I told you I'm not. Woman, I already know that. Izuku, huh? Woman, but you just saved my life and defeated that monster by yourself, it's obvious that I call you a hero. Woman, to me you are a hero. Izuku wouldn't say anything, he would be surprised and involuntarily start crying. Woman, huh? Woman, are you okay? Did I say something I shouldn't have? Izuku, no, don't worry, I just don't know why I'm crying. The girl would just smile kindly. Clear the dungeon, completed. Returning in 5 minutes. Izuku, it seems that everything is over. Woman, yes. Izuku, well, this is goodbye. Woman, yes. Wait please, I would like to know your name. Blushing. Izuku, what for? Woman, it's obvious that you want to know the name of the person who saved me. Izuku, well, I'm Izuku and I'm from Japan. Woman, Izuku. Smiling. Woman, what a nice name. Blushes. Izuku blushing, and what's your name? Woman, I am Juhi, I am from Korea. Izuku, Juhi. Smiling Izuku, it was nice meeting you. Leaving the dungeon in 10 seconds. Juhi, thank you for everything my hero. Bowing. Izuku, yes, the same. Leaving the dungeon. Mother Juhi, hey girl, where the hell have you gotten yourself into, you had me really worried. Juhi, I'm sorry mom, hugging her. Juhi, oh okay daughter, but where have you been? Juhi, smiling, I met a future hero. With Izuku. Izuku, what hero, huh? 1 day later. Izuku, my whole body hurts. Izuku, damn, I don't think I can complete the daily missions. Izuku would take a bath, finishing he would go down to prepare his breakfast. Izuku, how lazy to have to go out. Izuku, but I have to do it. Motivating himself, Izuku would begin to get ready and then leave the house. Izuku, I have to go to the city. Izuku, I think I went to the city more than 2 years ago to buy groceries. Izuku, okay. I forgot, when I get back I have to open the 67 presents I have in my inventory. With an anime-style drop. On one of the streets of Musatafu, Japan. You could see a 1.66 centimeters boy being observed by a lot of high school girls and even by women much older than him. Izuku thought, how embarrassing. Every girl who passed by would take a look at the boy's toned body, trying not to pay attention to the stares of the people passing by. Izuku would lower his head with a slight blush. Izuku thought, I should hurry up and buy what I need. Izuku would enter a supermarket in which he would attract the attention of both girls and boys. The girls looked at him with flirtatious smiles while most of the men looked at him with jealousy. Other boys who were with their girlfriends looked at him with hatred. Izuku thought, I think I should buy as fast as I can. Izuku thought, I'm sensing a murderous aura from several boys. Izuku would finish buying everything and get in line at the cashier. Employee, let's see, handsome. Izuku would hand over all the products completely blushing. The employee would start scanning the products. Employee, wow, you're a very healthy boy. Izuku, why yeah. The boy's face would be like a tomato, while the woman in front of him had a flirtatious smile. Hearing some small laughs from the woman, Izuku would be embarrassed even more. She enjoyed this situation. Employee, okay, it would be 500 yen, but if you come with me to the baths we could lower the price. Izuku thought, don't let him turn you on, don't let him turn you on. Izuku, and no thanks, here. Izuku would pay by getting out of that place as quickly as possible. While Izuku ran away from that place in terror, the girl would let out a sigh. Izuku, this day is being very busy. Izuku would continue walking around. Person 1, hey, you know that in a few months the entrance exams will be held at the UA. Person 2, Seriously, but because it's so prestigious, the admission rate is also low. I was told that less than 1% got in last year. Person 1, really? All this would be heard by Izuku, who would be interested in the news. Izuku, so the UA exams are coming up soon. Thank you. You are my hero. Izuku, maybe I should apply. It wouldn't be so bad to become a hero. UA Academy. Arriving at UA, Izuku would go to the reception to register. Izuku, excuse me. Receptionist, yes, please. Without taking her eyes off the screen she would speak, Izuku would let out a drop anime style, while she continued writing. Izuku, I would like to know when the entrance exam day will be. Receptionist, ah. Clutching her head, the girl would grab a pamphlet and hand it to Izuku. Receptionist, it will be in 5 months at 8 a.m. Izuku, ah. Thank you very much. Receptionist. Completely ignoring him, the secretary would continue with her things. Izuku would leave the place. Izuku, well. That was awkward. Izuku, well, at least I could get the data in 5 months. Izuku, well then it's time to get stronger. In these 5 months Izuku trained his body to its limits, he did a dungeon every month to test his skills, each dungeon became easier for him. Izuku, well, in 2 days are the entrance exams. Information, 6th dungeon. Izuku, this is the 6th dungeon, huh? Izuku, I hope it's not like the 5th dungeon where all the monsters ran away from me. Izuku, okay, let's go in. At that a portal with a sinister aura opened, making Izuku shudder. Izuku, it seems that this is not just any dungeon. Izuku, huh? Are you completely sure you want to enter this dungeon? Yes, no. Izuku, I've never been asked something like that before. Izuku, thought, I may die in this dungeon, but my body is telling me to go. Izuku, yes. Izuku, this is a castle. At that point an armor began to attack him, but he dodged it by hitting the armor. Izuku, wow, I thought they would be stronger, huh? At that the armor continued to move. Izuku, TSK. Izuku would start throwing several punches at the armor but it kept getting up. Izuku, he's not strong, it's just that his armor is too thick for my hits to do anything to him. Izuku, but. At that Izuku would make a quick movement getting behind the armor, hitting as hard as he could, aiming at the head. Izuku, ah. Izuku, looks like I won. Izuku, remember Izuku, aim for the head, aim for the head. Izuku would notice something. Izuku, shit, I barely beat one. Izuku, and now an army of these appears. In the shadows an army of armor would appear. Izuku, well. It seems. Izuku, the real game is about to begin for real. At that point Izuku would take out some daggers, from the first dungeon, and begin to charge at the army. 20 minutes later. You could see a mound of headless armor lying on the ground and on the other side a green-haired man defeating the last armor. Izuku, ah. Izuku, this is more difficult than I thought. An arrow is then launched at his face, but he stops at millimeters from his eye. Izuku, ah. It seems they won't let me rest. Then more armor would appear along with some archers. Izuku, okay, damn it. Come on, I've got everyone's business. 10 minutes later. Izuku, ah, I didn't think those monsters dropped things. Izuku, they even dropped this. Item, water bottle, you have obtained 30,000 gold armor. Guardian's necklace A, Knight's chest piece B, Knight's glove B, Archer's glove C, Wizard's ring B, Assassin's boots B. Izuku, I don't know if it's luck or stupidity. Izuku, even with this armor, I'll be able to have more resistance. Izuku, well, what is this door? In front of Izuku would be a huge door with golden edges and in the center a crimson red jewel. Izuku, thought, the boss room. The doors to the boss room opened. All he could see was the area in front of his feet. The floor was perfectly lined with stone slabs. The gray stones gave off a cold feeling compared to the warmth of his body. The moment he took a step onto those slabs, the numerous torches that lined the inside of the room lit up. At that moment a chill would run through his entire body, leaving him completely paralyzed. Izuku couldn't let his guard down. Izuku, a king's throne? The sides of the room contained giant pillars, and at the deep end of the room was a large throne. After he took a few steps into the room, the doors closed with a loud sound. As he approached the throne, an armored form hiding behind a column revealed itself and slowly moved in front of him, blocking his path. It was a knight wearing red armor. His armor was the same as the knights he had faced before, but compared to those clumsy enemies, this one seemed much more agile. What caught Izuku's attention was its helmet. The top of the helmet was adorned with plumage. A red fur-like plumage that started from the top of the helmet and fell back, resembling a horse's tail. As he looked over the helmet, Izuku noticed something else. Izuku, he has eyes? Or rather, in the place where a person's eyes should be, the opening of the helmet was shining with two silver lights. Its eyes were a light emission coming from a machine and gave off a cold feeling. Those eyes were staring at Izuku. Izuku thought, in the eyes. In the ears. At the tips of the fingers. I remember this feeling very well. I felt it when I met him. Izuku, this chilling feeling. Izuku, this guy is a problem. If I don't take care of myself, I'll die. Information, Knight Captain, Red Commander, Igris. Izuku, so Igris, huh? Izuku, a knight who protects an empty throne. Igris would swing his sword so fast that Izuku could barely dodge it by cutting through the pillars behind him. Izuku, I cut through the pillars like they were jelly. How strong is the? Izuku would try to cut through his armor without any luck. Izuku, TSK. I can't get through it. Igris would raise his sword trying to cut Izuku, but he would dodge it, breaking the ground. In a quick action, Igris would move his back up, brushing Izuku's hair. Izuku thought, damn it, I don't stand a chance. Is there any way I can defeat him? Izuku, I don't think I can win without weapons, but if I can't break his armor, I won't be able to deal damage anyway. Izuku would put away his daggers. What was needed to defeat a knight was destructive power. So he would need his strength. Izuku, this is the only way. Igris would begin to surround Izuku, brandishing his sword. While Igris was looking at Izuku, he suddenly removed his red cloak. His strange behavior didn't stop there. The knight drew his longsword, the two daggers from its sides, and threw them to the ground, one at a time. It was a slow and deliberate act. It was a message to Izuku. The silence of the boss room was broken by the loud sounds of metal falling on stone slabs. With his weapons discarded, Igris raised his fists and took a fighting stance. Izuku's eyes widened. Izuku, chivalry? Izuku, he's not taking me seriously. The two subjects would remain watching each other without moving a muscle, both in a combat position and as if Igris read Izuku's mind. Izuku thought, come. Igris charged at him in a straight line. It was an unthinkable speed for an armored being. Igris reached Izuku and jumped. The knight directed a knee at Izuku. But Izuku wasn't willing to lose speed. He leaned his body back at a 90-degree angle and dodged Igris's attack. He quickly raised his body and turned to the boss. Unlike the knights who lost their momentum and continued on after losing their charge, Igris immediately turned around after landing. Izuku. There was no time to be impressed by his clean moves. Izuku quickly ran towards Igris before he turned around completely and attacked with a kick to the face. However, even as he turned, the knight moved his arm precisely. Izuku's right leg was easily stopped by Igris's left hand. Izuku was surprised. While Izuku's leg was still in the air, Igris's fist flew straight towards him. The green-haired boy reflexively raised both arms to protect himself, but he couldn't completely block the impact. The blow broke through his guard, and he felt his body being thrown into the air. Izuku, what? Izuku exclaimed in shock, but the sound from his mouth quickly turned into a moan. Igris was already right in front of his eyes. Before he could react, Izuku's face was greeted by the knight's left fist. The green-haired boy bounced off the floor and rolled across the room. When he finally stopped and stood up, Izuku's ears were ringing. He shook his head several times and the tone relaxed a little. However, there was a bigger problem looming. Through his blurry vision, Izuku saw Igris walking towards him. Step by step, Izuku opened his eyes wide and focused on the strength of his legs. Igris stopped an arm's length away from him. A fight began between the pair. Igris made no attempt to dodge Izuku's attacks. He took the man's fist and counterattacked with his own. The knight's head turned slightly. Even before Izuku's hand retracted after the attack, the knight struck with blinding speed. Izuku's body swayed. This time, Igris took a step back. Blood was coming out of the man's mouth. Each of Igris' blows hurt like a hammer blow. On the other hand, it didn't seem like his own attacks were doing much damage to the knight. The couple's exchange did not last long. Izuku shook himself and tried to put strength on one knee. He tried to get up again, but couldn't find the strength. Igris stood in front of Izuku and stopped his attacks. The knight looked down at the man. The crimson figure ignored the eyes staring with confusion and stretched out a hand towards the sword in the distance. The knight's sword flew through the air straight into his hand. Izuku realized what Igris was going to do. Izuku thought, does he want to execute me? He certainly deserved his title of Captain of the Knights. When Izuku particularly made no move to resist, Igris raised his sword to decapitate the hunter. The sword fell in a straight line towards the man's neck. However, Izuku had no intention of giving up so easily. Izuku thought, I'm not going to get out alive if I keep receiving direct hits. Izuku, he's even stronger without his sword. Izuku thought, how can I even fight decently against a monster like this? Izuku, thinking, TSK. Even if he's stronger I still have my speed. Izuku's left hand shot out and blocked the falling blade. Not missing the opportunity, Izuku threw his right fist at the knight. As expected, Igris didn't show any indication that he was going to dodge. The monster's calculation was to trade blow for blow. However, there was something that was not included in its calculation. In an infinitesimal moment, the fist that was flying towards the Igris's face held the summoned dagger. Izuku stabbed the dagger into the knight's eyes. An inhuman scream came from the helmet. At the same time, the eyes affected by Izuku's dagger shone with a powerful light. Izuku stood up. The battle wasn't over just because he took one eye. He needed something more powerful. His body moved before his mind could give the order. Izuku lowered his body and hugged Igris' waist. He began to run. As he writhed in pain, Igris repeatedly struck Izuku's back. The man gritted his teeth and didn't move away from the knight. Instead, he increased his speed. The green-haired boy's legs moved faster. He reached a speed where his entire body shook. Izuku didn't relieve the force holding the knight's waist and ran with all his might towards the wall. Of course, he knew that the damage to his own body would not be minimal at this speed, but Izuku had a passive skill as a trump card. The wall was right ahead. With a scream, Igris slammed into the wall. At the same time, a system message appeared. The impact of the attack was powerful enough to shake the entire room. Izuku took a step back. Even stuck to the wall, Igris was still alive. Izuku felt the burning life force emanating from the knight. Igris' body flinched as he took the dagger. Izuku grabbed the dagger, and coldly brought it towards the knight's neck. The attack did not penetrate. One more time. Sparks flew from the tip of the dagger. A small scratch appeared on the armor. Again. Izuku, ah. Again. Izuku, ah. Again. Izuku, ahhh. And finally. Igris would not resist and would fall to the ground. Notification, you have defeated Red Commander Igris. While breathing heavily, Izuku still couldn't believe what he was seeing. Izuku, I won? Izuku raised his arms in the air. As he walked backwards, he lost strength in his legs and fell to the ground. He was panting as if he was about to vomit. This was a victory barely won. It was a very close fight. Izuku, I was really close. Ability, technique, skill, experience, I didn't surpass him in anything. Izuku, it was pure luck that I managed to win. Izuku, any mistake would have cost me my life. Izuku, huh? Information, you have obtained Red Knight Helmet, Dominant Touch, 1,500,000 gold, Hearthstone. Izuku, amazing. Izuku, looks like it was worth risking my life. Izuku, this is an S-class item. Red Knight Helmet plus 15% physical damage reduction. Plus 20% vitality. Plus 20% strength. Izuku, amazing, it's my first S-class equipment. Izuku, hey, what is this? Underscore. Status. Name, Izuku level, 39. Job, none. Title, Wolf Slayer. HP. 7,229. MP. 638. Strength, 128 plus 20 vitality 87 plus 20. Agility 127. Sense 89. Physical damage reduction, 46% plus 15%. Underscore. Izuku, huh? These are my stats? Izuku, level 39. Izuku wouldn't have time to check everything because he would notice something. Izuku, huh? At that a portal would open. Izuku thought, I defeated Igris but he didn't come back, meaning he wasn't the real enemy. At that, an army of armor comes out of the portal. Izuku, damn it. In my current condition I won't be able to take care of these guys. Izuku, and if they are as strong as Igris, they will be the first enemies that I won't be able to defeat. Izuku, damn. Izuku would try to hide but without luck they would corner him and hit him quickly. Izuku thought, damn it, I can't fall here. I've gotten this far and I can't give up. Izuku would find a gap that he would not waste, sending an armor flying. Izuku, I can't waste it. Izuku, this beautiful chance. Because before I was at the lowest. I longed for a higher place where they would treat me like a human. I am sad about being weak more than anyone else. That boy doesn't have a quirk? You are no longer my son. Shut up you damn quirklies. Because you don't die. People like you shouldn't exist in this world. It's not all your fault? Izuku, huh? Who was born without a quirk, who was so weak. Izuku. Isn't it great that a quirklies can grow as big as you? It isn't true? Wow, is that really me? I can't believe we were the same person. Boy Izuku, you are taller, you have gained muscle and you look sharper. Kid Izuku, you look pretty strong too? Kid Izuku, but the only thing that has changed is your appearance. Kid Izuku, you're still a weakling. Izuku boy, what's the difference between you and me? Izuku boy, you got yourself into a situation where you are facing death once again. Izuku boy, Izuku Midoriya. Izuku boy, in the end that's all you are. Izuku boy, if you don't know how to control yourself, your anger will turn into fear. Izuku, shut up. I left that last name behind. Izuku would inadvertently crush an armor but the others would continue hitting him. Kid Izuku, from now on you have to kill people. Izuku boy, and sacrifice or abandon many people. Izuku boy, including friends and family. Kid Izuku, you will be the one to blame for your own doom. It's the same as back then, I can't remember. Daily goals, failed. Push-ups, 0-100. Sit-ups, 0-100. Squats, 0-100. Run, 0.1 of a kilometer. Failing this daily objective will result in a punishment time, 4 hours. Izuku, what? Izuku boy, they say luck is also a skill. Kid Izuku, it seems that letting you die here is a waste, see you later. 1 second remaining. Sending to the penalty box. Izuku, at a good time. Izuku, to think that I would get out of that situation alive. Izuku, but well I have to think about something. At that 3 land centipedes would appear. Izuku, will these things give me experience? Izuku wouldn't hesitate and would start attacking. Izuku, thought, I'm tired of this. Am I a quirklies? What if I almost died? That I'm weak? That should not exist? I'm already sick of it. If fear doesn't kill me, it will only make me stronger. 0 hours to 15 minutes. Izuku would be seen defeating the last centipede. You have leveled up. Izuku, I'm completely healed now. Name, Izuku. Level, 51. Izuku, I still have time to prepare. Izuku, this dagger is not going to be enough to pierce the knights. Izuku, I'll have to do what I can. Izuku, I need a better weapon. Izuku, store. Izuku, I need a dagger to pierce heavy armor. Izuku smiling, I found it. Izuku, I have 2,800,085 gold coins. Izuku, and the dagger costs 2,800,000. Izuku, I'm going to be poor, with an anime style drop. Izuku, it's expensive but good. Izuku, buy. Item, Night Killer. Plus 75 attack. Izuku, this stone was the one they gave me when I defeated Igris. Izuku, use stone. Runestone Dominant Touch. You have learned the commanding touch skill. Izuku, ha. Izuku, it could be the ability that Igris used to bring his sword. Izuku, well. 0 hours 0 minutes 5s. Izuku, looks like this is my last chance. Returning. Izuku, they have increased their numbers in just a few hours? The armors would rush against Izuku but he would cut them. Izuku, something's happening. Izuku : I don't feel like my level is increasing at all even when I'm against these numbers. Izuku, thought, in the punishment zone I killed the centipedes and leveled up and even Igris gave me experience. Izuku, although the wizards have been using spells, only the knights have attacked me. Izuku, then what kind of magic are the wizards casting? Izuku, some kind of magic curse? Izuku, no, I don't think that's it. Izuku, thinking. Izuku, summoning magic. Izuku, as time goes by, the knights keep appearing. Izuku, they are not normal monsters, they are monsters that have been summoned by someone else. Izuku, the last ones to leave the portal were the magicians. Izuku would lunge at a wizard. You have eliminated a wizard. The dagger throw skill has been learned. Izuku, this is not over yet, I need to find the remaining wizards. Stealth skill has been learned. Izuku, stealth. Izuku would use stealth hiding from all the knights but the mages would use detection. Izuku, TSK, I've been caught. Izuku would appear hanging on a wall. Izuku, and IU. He would pounce, defeating the knights and cutting down the wizard. You have eliminated a wizard. But he would be stabbed by a knight. Izuku, shit. Izuku would split the knight in two. Izuku, only 5 magicians left. Izuku, dominant touch. Izuku, dagger throw. Izuku would use a skill defeating the other knights. Izuku, I got you. Izuku would cut another magician. You have eliminated a wizard. Izuku, only 4 left. Izuku would continue to cut down more knights using dominant touch to crush their heads. Izuku, I'm going to cut them all over. But then a knight would stab him in the back with his sword. Izuku, how long are you going to hide behind your knights? That scream would make the wizard tremble. Izuku would begin to cut his knights reaching the magician and cutting him in half. Izuku, 3 left. And that the wizards would have their knights mixed together creating a golem. Izuku, a golem? Izuku would lunge at the golem trying to cut it but it would only respond with a blow breaking the wall and then Izuku would emerge from the dust giving several cuts causing the golem to fall. Izuku, it was too weak. Izuku would see the numbers go down giving him a gap to attack. Izuku, this is my chance. Izuku, he would pounce, cutting the remaining magicians as quickly as possible. Izuku, phew, it would have taken longer if they hadn't joined together to summon the golem, or is something else going to appear? You cleared the dungeon. Izuku, it's over. Surprise reward, you will be given a job. Izuku, huh? Izuku, will grant? Izuku, I don't have to choose? Izuku, what will it be? Wherever the player goes, death will follow him. The player's path is full of bodies and the smell of blood. Izuku, what is he saying? Your desire for strength burning enough to call out those WHO roam the valley of death, and the army of the dead WHO follow your orders will create a path where your orders will be the law and you will never need help again. Izuku, army of the dead? Izuku, wait, what is this? Izuku, this is my job? Your work, necromancer. Izuku, what? Magic subclass, necromancer. A shadowy wizard and an army of the dead that follows him. Izuku : stay calm. Izuku, if I had to choose the pros of the necromancer. Izuku, it would probably be that I would have my own army. Izuku, but my stats might become useless. You accept the job? Yes, no. Izuku, do I have a choice? Izuku thought, if I reject it, it could mean that I won't have another job. Izuku, rejection. Necromancer is a hidden class yet you want to reject it? Izuku, hidden class? Izuku, hidden class means hidden ability? Izuku, there is no need for me to think so much if I am able to experience having necromancer as a first-hand work. Izuku, ha. Izuku, it is true that there are magicians who are capable of abilities similar to those of necromancers. Izuku, it's like someone wants to show me a sample of their ability. Izuku, I don't know who created them, but it's a fun plot. Izuku, I have fighting skills too. Izuku, these wizards don't. If a wizard has close combat skills and can create his own army, he could even clear a dungeon by himself. Izuku, in this game your skill depends on your skills, level and stats. Izuku, that means the summon one can become stronger. Izuku, this isn't just leveling anymore. Your work has been chosen. Based on the points you have obtained a chance to be promoted to a higher class. You have been promoted from Necromancer to Shadow Lord. Izuku, Lord of Shadows? You have learned a new exclusive job skill. You have gained stat points. Izuku, if I hadn't gotten all those points I probably would have been a Necromancer for a while. Izuku : I can hear a kind of scream, a scream of pain. A shadow extraction has been used on this lens. Izuku, shadow extraction is definitely a skill that is used to turn corpses into summonable beings. Izuku, if Necromancer is a type of commander type job. Please issue an order for shadow extraction. Izuku, command an order. Izuku, arise. At that point, a kind of shadow would emerge from the knight's corpses, causing them to stand up completely surrounded by shadows. Izuku, ha! Izuku, it's pretty cool. Shadow Infantry LV1. Izuku, 27 infantry and 3 magicians. Izuku, I can create 30 soldiers but I can only save 20 of them. You have reached the shadow extraction limit. Izuku, my arsenal right now has 2A rank and strong skills. Izuku would look at Igris. Shadow extraction can be used on this target. If you want to use a shadow extraction again you must send 1 or more shadow soldiers to the nowhere world so that the extraction is cancelled. Izuku, I have to take out the weakest ones. Izuku, I'm sorry, I even called you. Izuku, cancel shadow extraction. Soldiers who have been sent into the wilderness cannot be recalled. Izuku would walk to Igris. Izuku, Commander Red Igris, I want this guy as my servant. Izuku, comes up. Shadow extraction failed. You have 2 attempts left. Izuku, what? Izuku, this isn't easy. Izuku, 2 more chances. Izuku, arise. Shadow extraction failed. Izuku, TSK. Izuku, ha. Izuku, the throne. Izuku, stop protecting the seat of someone who's already left. Izuku, and try to protect me from anyone who is in front of me. Izuku, surge. At that a strong explosion would come out of Igris's body making Igris look like he was kneeling in front of him. Izuku, Red Commander Igris. Izuku, no, that's too long. Izuku, simply. Igris. Upper shadows can be renamed. Izuku, you are now Igris. Name, Igris. Rank, Knight. Name, Izuku. Title, the only one who overcomes adversity. At that all the magicians and knights would kneel before Izuku. Izuku, well, my shadows. Izuku, take a good look at me. Izuku, ah, I'm back. Izuku, it's night already? Izuku, but I left during the day. Izuku, well I have to sleep. The next morning. Izuku, ah, my whole body hurts. I've never fought so much. Izuku, but I have to recover tomorrow is the UA exam. Izuku, I have to look as presentable as possible. Izuku, well I think I'll go buy clothes, hee. After breakfast, Izuku would go out into the city. Izuku, what should I buy? Something elegant. I'm not going to fight. Something streetwise. It wouldn't be very rude. Something modern. It wouldn't be the same as streetwise. I know. I'll buy the cheapest thing I can find. I forgot that I spent my money on the dagger. With anime style drop in the clothing store. Izuku, excuse me, I'll take these. Receptionist, CL, sure, blushes Izuku, thank you very much, smiles. While Izuku left. Receptionist, why did such a handsome guy take the first and cheapest thing he found? Receptionist, well. In this job you meet all kinds of people. Izuku, well, I've finished my shopping, I think I should. Huh? Izuku would notice that a villain was going to attack a lady with her daughter. Villain, ha, you have nowhere to run, but don't worry I'll have fun with you for now. Villain, ah. Villain, I can already hear your begging cries ha. Woman, please don't do anything to my daughter. Villain, shut up. I'll kill the girl in front of your eyes first and then have fun with you. Izuku, but what a pathetic villain. Serious tone. Villain, huh? Who are you? Izuku, someone who was passing by and saw your unfortunate robbery. Izuku, attacking a woman with her daughter, what a pathetic villain. Villain, shut up brat, get out before I kill you along with them ha ha ha. Woman, please help us. Villain, shut up, damn it. At that, Izuku would give off a sinister aura. Izuku, shut up bastard, your laughter irritates me, serious tone. Villain, The villain would feel so much pressure that he would wet his pants. Villain, scared. Izuku, what's wrong, did the cat get your tongue? Izuku, you are such a pathetic shitty villain. Villain, shut up. He would throw acid coming out of his hand. Izuku would just dodge it. Izuku, is that all? He would give her a withering look. Villain, Villain, help please. Izuku, you're that pitiful to ask for help, huh? At that point, Izuku would show a shadow, thus revealing the army he had hidden with Igris. Villain, The villain would not stand it and would faint, convulsing. Minutes later the heroes would arrive. Hero, what happened here? Woman, this villain wanted to attack me and my daughter. Hero, don't worry, the assault is already on, arrest that villain. Izuku from the roof. Izuku, well, even if they arrested him, I was going to kill him, but my shadow warned me that a hero was coming. Izuku, oh it's getting late, I have to go now. Wait a minute kid. Izuku, huh? Izuku, who are you? I am All Might. Izuku, huh? Izuku, really? Izuku, am I not hallucinating? Ha ha ha, of course not young man. Izuku, but what does All Might want from me? I saw how you helped that woman, it seemed to me a heroic act that should be praised, but since you left the scene I couldn't congratulate you. Izuku, yes. Well, it would embarrass me a little, slight blush. Ha 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 ha, don't be so shy young man. Izuku, All Might, I have a question to ask you. His tone would become serious. Tell me young man. Izuku, All Might, can a person without a quirk become a hero? All Might would think about the answer. Izuku thought, please tell me there is a chance, even if it is the slightest chance. Give me that hope that was never given to me. Please. I'm sorry young man. Izuku upon hearing those words would keep his head down. For a person without a quirk it is impossible to be a hero, but you can aspire to be a police officer. People do not appreciate it, but they are very important. Izuku, okay All Might. Well young man, I'm leaving. Have a nice day. Izuku wouldn't move for a couple of minutes. Izuku, even the number one hero told me that I can't be a hero without a quirk. Izuku, damn.
Izuku, ha 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 ha.
Izuku, thought, I've screamed enough, I've cried enough. So I'd better laugh and laugh until this pain goes away.
Izuku, ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Yeah. Izuku, I will pass tomorrow's exam without any quirk and shut up those who didn't trust me. Izuku would say with tears on his face. Izuku, wow. It seems like some tears escaped. Tomorrow. 7 a.m. Izuku, I'm as good as new. Izuku, well today is the day. Izuku would take a bath and have breakfast. 7:50 a.m. Izuku, I hope I get there on time. Izuku would run out of his house. UA. 8:03 a.m. Izuku, I arrived. At that point Izuku would trip and start to fall. Izuku thinking, huh? Everything collapsed. With a tear. But out of nowhere it would start to float. Are you okay? Izuku, huh? It's my quirk, I'm sorry I used it without your permission. But it would be bad luck for you to stumble, right? Izuku, huh? Yes, thanks, nervous. We're welcome, see you later. Izuku, sure. In that Izuku would recognize a person, the person who led him to death. Izuku, Bakugo, serious tone. Bakugo, huh? They would meet face to face looking at each other for a few seconds. Bakugo, deku? Izuku. Bakugo, what are you doing here, damn Deku? Bakugo, thought, no, I'm saying curse. Izuku wouldn't say anything and would continue walking. Bakugo, huh? Bakugo, thought, he didn't tell me anything. Audience. PM, welcome to my show today. PM, everybody say hey. Silence. PM, how chilling. PM, I will quickly present you the summary of the practical exam. PM, are you ready? PM, yeah. Silence. Izuku, thought, are all heroes this imperious? PM, well, they will have to participate in a simulated urban combat battle and they can bring whatever they want. PM, as soon as the presentation is over, you will have to go to the assigned combat center, okay? Izuku, whispering, so we can take whatever we want. PM, there are 3 types of false villains in each combat center, you will get points by defeating them according to their difficulty. Izuku, whispering, so I have to defeat as many villains as possible. Excuse me, the sheet you gave us says there is a villain with 0 points. I would like to know if it is a printing error. So the UA, the most prestigious school in Japan, should be ashamed. We, the applicants, have come here to be exemplary heroes. And you? Pointing at Izuku. The one with curly hair. Izuku would just stare at him in silence. You've been whispering the whole time. It's annoying. If you come to hang out you should leave immediately. At that all the students would start laughing except for 3 students. Izuku thinking too, no 3 students were the only students who didn't make fun of him, well. Izuku, the only one who bothers me here is you. Serious tone. That? Izuku, Present Mike was going to talk about the 0-point villain before you interrupted him. Annoying. PM, okay kids, calm down, calm down. PM, since you brought up the subject. PM, the 0-point villain is an obstacle so to speak that will make it difficult for them to gain points. It is not impossible to defeat but. PM, I recommend you avoid it. The students would start talking to each other. Extra 1, so it is you obstacle. Extra 2, he said we would avoid it so he should be very strong. PM, well that's all from me. PM, to finish I will give you all a gift. The motto of our institution. PM, the legendary Napoleon Bonaparte once said. PM, a true hero is one who overcomes life's misfortunes. PM, go further. PM, plus ultra. Starting point. Izuku would start warming up. Izuku, excuse me Present Mike, could I carry a gun? PM, of course we have some now, we bring them to you. Izuku, it won't be necessary, I already have one. At that point, Izuku would make some daggers appear in his hands, surprising some. PM, so that's your quirk. Izuku, huh? Ah. Yeah. In that, Izuku would see the girl who helped her when she tripped. Izuku thought, I should go thank him. Hey, don't you see that he's concentrating? You want to ruin that girl's result? Izuku, hey, I just thought I'd thank you for something. Serious tone. I don't believe you. Izuku, and that to me? Izuku would position himself to leave. PM, well started. Everyone except Izuku, huh? At that point Izuku would start running. PM, what's going on? There's no countdown in a battle royale. PM, he got it, huh? Everyone would start running after the green-haired boy. Damn, that kid got there first. Who is that guy? Bakugo, damn Deku, I'll kill you. Bakugo, thoughts, what the hell am I saying? Bakugo, thought, when I finish the exam I have to talk to him. Everyone would start destroying the robots, villain simulation, using their quirks, but the one who would stand out the most would be our green-haired boy. Izuku would cut each robot in half at incredible speed. Izuku, well, with this one, it's 37 points. Izuku, this exam is too easy. Well, I better not say it so loud. In the cabin. Director, well, how do you see the new applicants? Midnight, doesn't this year's group look promising? All Might, thought, that boy. Snipe, well we can't be sure. Snipe, the real test is yet to begin. Snipe would press a red button. And then some buildings would begin to collapse and a giant robot would appear. Izuku, isn't that robot very big? Everyone would start running. Extra 4, what the hell is that? Extra 6, I don't know but I'm getting out of there. Extra 5, me too. Izuku, TSK, I have no need to face that thing. Izuku would turn around but would notice that a girl was lying down with a large rock crushing her leg. Izuku, TSK. I don't think the UA would let someone die. Izuku would continue walking. Aid. Izuku would stand still for a second. Izuku, I can't believe I'm doing this. Damn. Am I really going to die here? The robot would look at the girl and was about to hit her. Damn it. I would close my eyes. Huh? Why didn't anything happen? She would realize that someone would stop the blow. Izuku, damn, this thing is really strong. Holding back the blow. Izuku, smiles, but he's weaker than me. Huh? Izuku would lunge at the robot, quickly slashing at its arm using stealth. Extra 3, huh? He disappeared? Izuku would appear in front of the robot, hitting him in the face, causing the robot to fall. Izuku, oof, that was hard. PM, time is up. Everyone would be completely tired. Thought, that boy saved the girl, I was really wrong about him, he was a hero. Thought, one moment he was a hero saving someone, of course I don't think they spent so much on a robot for it to be worthless, the real test was that and that boy passed it, so did he save the girl knowing that the robot would be worth something? Elsewhere. Izuku, oof, it seems it's over. Hey, are you okay? Izuku, huh? Ah yes, the question is. Izuku smiling, are you okay? Huh? Ah. Yes, blushes. Why did you save me? Izuku, well because you were in trouble, it's what a hero does, right? Ah, well yes. Izuku would start to leave. Hey, can I ask your name? Izuku, huh? Izuku, smiling. Izuku, and yours?
I am Kyoka, Kyokajiro.
Izuku, smiling, nice Kyoka. Kyoka, yes nice Izuku. 1 week after the exam. Izuku, ah, I'm so sleepy. Izuku, huh? A letter? Izuku, he would sit on the couch opening the letter. Young Izuku. Izuku, ah. All Might? Young Izuku, this is a hologram. All Might, ahem, young Izuku, you have obtained 37 points plus 60 points for saving young Jiro, that would give you a total of 97 points. We will wait for you at the academy. Izuku couldn't resist his excitement. Izuku, gee good. Jumping with excitement. Izuku, looks like my new adventure begins here. With a challenging smile. You could see a green-haired boy brushing his teeth. Izuku brushing himself off. Ya, in, the UA. Finished brushing. Izuku, ah, today is my first day at UA. Izuku, ah, I'm very nervous. Izuku would go down to have breakfast and then go to UA. Izuku, well, I should keep a low profile. Izuku, huh? In that I would see how everyone was looking at him, both girls and boys. Girl 1, ah. Look, it's him. Girl 2, ah. It's Izuku. Girl 3, he is very handsome. Izuku would only blush at what the girl would say, but he would realize that it wasn't just them talking about him. Boy 1, hey, wasn't he the one who defeated the 0-point robot? Boy 2, yes it is him. Boy 3, I don't know him but I already dislike him. Izuku wouldn't say anything and would continue walking looking for his classroom. Izuku, thoughts, I was assigned to Class A. There I would see a door with a big A written on it. Izuku thinking, I guess this is. With an anime-style drop. Upon opening the door, he would notice a blonde man with standing hair arguing with a blue-haired man, moving his hands like a robot. Blue hair, get your feet off the table. Bakugo, don't bother me or I'll kill you. Blue hair, threatening a teammate. The blue-haired boy would notice Izuku and would run towards him. Blue hair, hey, you, the green-haired one, sorry for not introducing myself properly the last time we met, I'm Tenya Lita. Izuku, thoughts, what a nuisance. Izuku, oh yes, nice to meet you, I'm Izuku. Lita, Izuku? And your last name? Izuku, ah. Sorry I don't have one. That would surprise all the students in the class. Izuku thought, TSK, and I wanted to keep a low profile. Izuku would notice someone. Izuku, hey, you're the girl who saved me from falling. Izuku, sorry for not thanking you earlier. Well, there is no problem. Izuku, excuse me, could you tell me your name? I'm Ochako Uraka. Izuku, Uraka, a pleasure smiling. Uraka, likewise. Jiro, on the first day and you're already flirting? With an annoyed tone. Izuku, huh? Oh, Kyoka. Izuku, so you came in. Jiro, yes, and don't talk to me so confidently, blushed. Izuku, huh? Would you rather I say Jiro? Pretending sadness. Jiro, blushing, tell me whatever you want. Izuku, okay Kyoka. That would make the girl blush more. If you're going to play at being in love, you can get out of here. All, huh? To your seats. Everyone would obey and sit down immediately. Well. I'll be your teacher. Shota Aizawa. Everyone would be surprised by the teacher they got. Aizawa, well for now put this on and follow me to the gym. Aizawa would take out a blue uniform with white stripes. Gym. Aizawa, wow, they took a long time. In that the students would appear with the uniform, but the one that would stand out the most would be Izuku because the uniform highlighted his muscles well. The others were not so bad, but next to Izuku any of them seemed small. Hey buddy, how much have you trained to have that body? Izuku, it's embarrassing, scratching the back of his neck. Aizawa, okay, enough with the games, everyone line up and introduce yourselves. Everybody, huh? Aizawa, fast. No one would refute and they would start introducing themselves. Yuga Aoyama. Tenya Lita. Ochako Uraka. Kyoka Jiro. Ashido Mine. Denki Kaminari. Hantasero. Eijiro Kirishima. Katsuki Bakugo. Tsuyu Asui. Mashiru Ojiro. Mezo Shoji. Koji Koda. Fumikage Tokuyami. Shoto Todoroki. Momo Yaoyorozu. Minoru Mineta. Rikido Sato. Toru Hagakure. Izuku. Aizawa, hey, your full name. Izuku, excuse me, teacher, but I don't have a last name. Aizawa, huh? Whatever, I'll talk to you later. Aizawa, well, they're going to have a test. That would put everyone under tension. Aizawa, having the first place. Aizawa, Bakugo, come here. Bakugo would go without rebuttal. Aizawa, at school, what was your highest score in softball pitching? Bakugo, 67 meters. Aizawa, well then try to do it with your quirk. Bakugo would position himself to throw. Mitsubishi Electric. Powering the growth of India's industries. Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric. Read more. Aizawa, you can use whatever method you want. Bakugo, thought, then I'll send him flying with an explosion. Bakugo, die. Sending the ball flying with a burst of fire. Aizawa, you know your limits. 750 m. Everyone would be surprised at how far I send it. Bakugo, hey. Kaminari, 750 m is serious? Mina, what is that? It looks fun. Sero, we can use our quirk as much as we want. Sero, what was expected from the hero course? Aizawa, looks like fun, huh? Aizawa, they have 3 years to become heroes. Aizawa, will they have that attitude all the time? Aizawa, well, whoever comes in last place in all the tests will be judged for not having potential and will be punished with expulsion. Everyone except 2 people, huh? Izuku, thought, it's impossible for someone to be expelled on the first day, right? Right? Mina, expulsion? Sero, it can't be. Aizawa, we are free to deal with our student situations. Aizawa, welcome to UA's hero course. First 50 m test. Tenya Lita. Tsuyu Asui. Izuku. Second test of strength. Mezo Shoji. Denki Kaminari. Bakugo Katsuki. Izuku. Third long jump test. Yuga Aoyama. Katsuki Bakugo. Tsuyu Asui. Izuku. Fourth test lateral jump. Minoru Mineta. Izuku. Last ball throwing test. Aizawa, Uraka. Uraka, yes. He would position himself and throw the ball using his quirk. Aizawa, infinite. All, huh? Infinity? Aizawa, stop shouting. Aizawa, Izuku. Your turn. Izuku, yes. Izuku thought, what a nuisance, I'll just throw it just so it passes. Izuku would throw the ball but would be stopped by some cloths tangled around his body. Izuku, huh? What is this? Aizawa, what do you think you're doing? Izuku would look at Aizawa looking at him with threatening eyes. Aizawa, this is a test in which you risk your stay at UA. Aizawa, all your classmates are trying hard not to come in last. Aizawa, don't think I didn't notice, in no test did you use all your power or even your quirk. Aizawa, are you making fun of us, kid? Everyone would be surprised by what Aizawa said, he didn't use his quirk in any test. Aizawa, this isn't a game, lives are at stake in this profession. So give it your all, brat. Izuku would be surprised by what he said. Izuku thought, you're right, I can't take this as a game. It seems I got a good teacher smiling. At that point a completely sinister aura would begin to emerge from Izuku's body, causing Aizawa and the others to back away in fear. Aizawa, brat. Wasn't your quirk creating weapons? Izuku, well that's what I said in the entrance exam. But. Izuku smiling sadistically, I lied. At that point Izuku would throw the ball as fast as possible. Aizawa, huh? At that point the device would explode. Aizawa, brat. Smiling. Aizawa thought, no one had ever broken the meter, not even All Might, only they could do it without any complications. So he is at their level? Aizawa would regain his composure. Aizawa, ahem. Well let's continue. Everyone would finish throwing. Aizawa, I'm going to say the results, the last one is. Minoru Mineta. Mineta, no I don't want to go. Mineta, without having touched some tits first. All the girls would look down on him. But a boy would be the most furious. Izuku, hey. Mineta, what? Mineta would realize that Izuku came with the intention of killing him. Izuku, serious look, you know I hate perverts, make him die. Mineta, would start running. Aizawa, by the way, about the expulsion. It was a lie. All, what? Aizawa, smiling, it was a rational deception that would make them use their quirks to the limit. All, what? Momo, of course it was a lie, it was obvious if you stopped to think. Everyone was in shock. Izuku thought, wow, someone also noticed. Aizawa, that's all, there are pamphlets with the study plan when you return, look at them. Kirishima, hey buddy, you have incredible power. Izuku, huh? Thanks. Kaminari, was it true that you didn't use your quirk in the test? Mina, thanks for protecting us from that pervert Mineta. Mineta, hey. Izuku, he scratching his head. Bakugo, hey Deku, I have to talk to you. Izuku would see him again and just smile. Izuku, of course Kachan. Smiling. Bakugo would be surprised because he hadn't called him by his last name like the other time. Corner. Izuku, what do you want Bakugo? Serious tone. Bakugo, well, I would like to diss. Izuku, if you're going to apologize, you might as well save it. Bakugo, yes. I understand. One more thing. Izuku, what? Bakugo, how do you have a quirk? Izuku would just smile sadistically, making Bakugo tremble. Izuku, Katsuki, you should know. Izuku, you were the one who gave me a quirk. Bakugo, huh? Izuku, when you left me half dead on the floor. That's when my quirk manifested. Bakugo was surprised. Izuku, what's wrong Bakugo, did the cat eat your tongue? Bakugo. Izuku would turn around to leave. Izuku, just one thing Bakugo. Bakugo, what? Izuku would quickly approach Bakugo's ear, surprising him. Izuku, whispering, the Izuku you knew before, you killed him, remember it very well. Bakugo will feel a chill falling down. Izuku, that's all, see you. Bakugo would stay silent there. The exit. Izuku, I have to do the daily missions. At that point his eyes would be covered. Izuku, huh? Who am I? Izuku, well, Kyoka? Kyoka, you got it right smiling. That would make Izuku blush. Kyoka, huh? Is something wrong? Izuku, no, nothing blushed. Kyoka with a mocking smile, Izuku, well, why did you come? Kyoka blushing, well. Kyoka, I wanted to thank you for Mineta. Izuku, thought, lie, he didn't come for that, what did he really come for? Kyoka, thoughts, I can't let him know that you came just to talk to him. Ah, what's wrong with me, this isn't me. Izuku, well. Should I walk you home? Kyoka, yes, thanks blushed. On the way. They were both very nervous but they had to break that tension. Kyoka, you have a very amazing quirk. Izuku, thanks scratching the back of his neck. Izuku, hey, is your leg still okay? Kyoka, hey yes, recovery girl cured me instantly. Kyoka, as you can see, I can move well now smiling. Izuku, blushes, beautiful. Kyoka, blushing, what? Izuku, I'm not saying that. Beautiful. You are. Completely red. Kyoka, blushing, well, thanks. Kyoka, well my house is over there, see you later saying goodbye. Izuku, well bye. Izuku, looking at the sky, why did I tell him that? Izuku would notice something. Izuku, well I'll think about it later, but first. Izuku would appear behind a villain who was assaulting a man. Villain, who are you? Izuku. Villain, answer curse. Izuku, I am. Your death plus. Narrates Izuku. Classes at the UA would start out as normal, English class with Professor PM in the morning. They would have a large cafeteria with many types of dishes. And finally in the afternoon hero training. AM, I'm coming in the door like a normal person. All, oh. Kaminari, it's All Might. Kirishima, he was actually a teacher. Tsuyu, look, he's wearing his Silver Age suit, Karo. AM, young people, today we will have our first training session. Everyone was excited. AM, it will consist of a 2 versus 2 battle. Bakugo, battle. Excited. AM, okay, young people, I'll wait for you in the gym. Go put on your hero costumes. Everyone would scream with excitement. All, good. In the gym. Everyone would be in their hero costumes except for one. Kyoka, hey Lita, do you know where Izuku is? Lita, well he stayed changing. Kyoka, I see. That's when the last one missing would appear. Then the last one that was missing would appear. Kyoka, Izuku and your outfit? Izuku, well I don't need it. Kirishima, hey Izubro, don't say that, the suit is very important. AM, young Kirishima is right young Izuku. Izuku would just look at him seriously. Izuku, smiling, don't worry All Might. AM, well. AM, I'm going to explain what the training consists of. AM, there's going to be a nuclear bomb that the heroes have to disarm and the villains have to protect. AM, the teams will be decided by luck, taking out a box. Izuku Uraka. Shoji Todoroki. Mineta Momo. Bakugo Lita. Mina Aoyama. Kaminari Kyoka. Tokoyami Tsuyu. Hagakure Ojiro. Sero Kirishima. Uraka, we have to give our best. Izuku, yes. Mineta, how lucky. With a perverted look. Momo, stay away. AM, okay, now who will they face? Team Bakugo Team Izuku. The two would be surprised looking at each other. AM, everyone else head to the surveillance room. While everyone was leaving Bakugo would approach Izuku. Bakugo, hey Deku. Izuku, what's wrong? Bakugo, don't hold back or I'll kill you. Izuku, again? Mocking. Bakugo wouldn't say anything and would continue on his way. AM, thought, what do you mean again? In position. Izuku, okay Uraka, are you ready? Uraka, yes, we go fast. Izuku, TSK, it seems that it's not going to be possible. Go ahead. Uraka, huh? At that point an explosion would break the wall. Bakugo, come Deku. Uraka, it's Bakugo, we have to go. Uraka, Izuku? What's wrong? We have to go. Izuku, go ahead, I have things to settle with him. Uraka, okay, she would leave. Izuku, well Kachan, we are alone. Izuku, we begin. Bakugo, TSK. Bakugo, deku. Izuku, Kachan. The two would pounce on each other, bumping fists. Izuku, what's wrong, is that all you have? Bakugo, don't underestimate me, you idiot. Bakugo would start throwing explosions. Bakugo, ha ha ha, what's wrong? You're not so cocky anymore? Izuku, TSK, I have to admit that your destructive force is higher than mine, but... Izuku would use stealth to disappear. Bakugo, huh? Where did you go, damn deku? Izuku would appear behind him, throwing him to the ground. Izuku, how does it feel to be the one hit now, huh? Bakugo, shut up. Izuku, what? Bakugo, shut up, I know what I did to you. I know I would start to shed some tears. In the cabin. Kirishima, shouldn't All Might stop this? Kaminari, even Bakugo started crying. Thought, you are right, I should stop this, but... Flashback. Izuku, again? End of flashback. Thought, that still intrigues me. Let them continue. Everyone would fall silent. Back to Izuku. Bakugo, I know what I did myself. That's been tormenting me all these years. Izuku would remain serious. Bakugo, every night I dreamed about you and you only said one thing. Why? Izuku would be a little surprised. Bakugo, why? Why did you do that to me, Kachan, weren't we friends? Bakugo, that kept repeating in my head over and over again. Bakugo, I know myself that I ruined your life. Bakugo, I know myself that I don't deserve anyone's forgiveness. In tears. Bakugo, but... Bakugo would break free and stand on guard. Bakugo, I want to fix my mistake. Bakugo, I'm not asking you to forgive me, just give me a chance to show you that I've changed. Izuku would just look at him. Izuku, Katsuki Bakugo, the Izuku you knew doesn't exist anymore. With a serious tone. Izuku, there won't be a second chance. Bakugo, then. I'll bring the old you back. Bakugo, even if it costs me my life. Bakugo would lunge at Izuku, but he would knock him out with one blow. Izuku. Izuku, so you would give your life, right? Izuku, then he dies. Young Izuku. The confrontation ended and young Uraka managed to disarm the nuclear bomb. Izuku wouldn't say anything and would walk to the exit. Uraka/Kyoka, Izuku. The rest of the fights would be like in the anime. Exit. Young Izuku, could I speak to you? Izuku, okay. That would intrigue his peers. Empty room. Young Izuku, I have to tell you something. Izuku, if it's about Bakugo, I apologize. I know I shouldn't have been guided by my feelings. I wanted to talk about that too, but what I want to tell you is. I would like you to be my successor. Izuku, huh? I want you to be my successor. Izuku would be in shock but would calm down instantly. Izuku smiling, well. Young. Happy. Izuku, with a smile, I humbly reject it. That would make All Might fall out of his chair. Izuku, well if that's all I'm leaving. A young moment. I know you have every right to refuse but... Could I ask why? Izuku, huh? Well that's easy. Izuku, first I don't want to be the number one hero. Izuku, second, I can't control myself. If you hadn't stopped me, I'm sure I would have killed Bakugo. That would give All Might goosebumps. Izuku, and finally, the truth is that I would not like to be the successor of someone as hypocritical as you are. Young Izuku. Izuku, first he tells me that I couldn't become a hero and now he wants me to be his successor, that makes me laugh a lot with a sadistic smile. Young Izuku. Izuku, well if that's all I'm leaving. Izuku would leave the room. I destroyed young Izuku's dream. Flashback. Excuse me. Tell me what's wrong, boy? Can someone without a quirk like me become a hero? Huh? What are you talking about, boy? Would be sad. Of course you can become a hero, you just have to set your mind to it and overcome your limits. AM, starting to cry, thank you. End of flashback. AM, damn, I became what I swore to destroy. Exit. Lita, Izuku, why do I call you All Might? Izuku, to remind myself about Bakugo. Kirishima, Izuburo, you didn't have to go that far. Izuku, yes, I know, I admit that I was wrong. I shouldn't have acted on impulse. Kirishima, admitting your mistake is manly. Raising his thumb. Izuku, ha. Scratching his head. Kaminari, hey, we're going to karaoke. Will you join us? Kirishima, sure. Lita, excuse me, I have things to do. Kaminari, and you, Izuku? Izuku, I'll have to refuse this time. Kirishima, who will go? Kaminari, well, Mineta, Mina, Tsuyu, Sero, Haskura, you and me. Kirishima, okay. Izuku, and Kyoka? Kaminari, huh? She flatly refused. Izuku with a smile, I see. Izuku, well, I'm leaving. Leaving. Kyoka, Izuku. Izuku, oh Kyoka, what's wrong? Kyoka, are you going to karaoke? Blushes. Izuku, huh? Izuku, sure. Smiling. Kyoka, I see. Blushed. Kyoka, well, bye. Izuku, bye, holding back laughter. Izuku thinking, I wonder what he'll do when he finds out. Izuku, well, I shouldn't worry. Izuku, I forgot to do the daily missions and I stayed 4 hours in the punishment zone. Sleepy. Izuku would enter the room feeling the tension. Izuku, huh? What's wrong, Kirishima? Kirishima, Izuburo, rest in peace. Izuku, huh? Kaminari, hey, don't you know what you've done? Izuku, I don't remember what I did. Sero, let me remind you. Flashback. Kaminari, Sero, Kirishima, Hagakure, Mina and Tsuyu would be walking to karaoke. Kyoka, they took a long time, I had to wait 20 minutes. Kaminari, huh? Jiro, what are you doing here? Sero, so you weren't going to come? Kyoka, well, Izuku said he was going to come and well. Kirishima, Izuku? Hey, I think you misunderstood something. Kyoka, huh? Mina, well, Izuku said he wasn't going to come. Kyoka, huh? Tsuyu, is something wrong, Jiro? Kyoka, he cheated on me. All, huh? At that she would look at them with a withering look. Kyoka, Izuku lied to me. He made me wait more than 20 minutes. End of flashback. Izuku, he. Laughs nervously. Kyoka, Izuku, you have the nerve to laugh? Izuku, Keikyo uka. Izuku, listen Kyoka, I didn't think you were going to get so upset. Kyoka would start to burn with rage. Izuku, Kyoka, don't do something crazy. Izuku, let me explain. Izuku wouldn't say anything as she would insert her headphones into Izuku's ears. Izuku, Kirishima and Kaminari would stand still watching Izuku suffer. Kyoka would only see this as a small revenge. Kyoka, what's wrong, Izuku? You're not so funny anymore, right? With a sadistic smile. Izuku, I give up. Aizawa, stop playing games. Aizawa, to your seats. Everyone would sit down. Aizawa, today I have to tell you something very important. Aizawa, I think many of you will know about the calamity that befell humanity 8 years ago. Everyone would be nervous about what he said. Izuku, thought, the calamity that befell humanity. The first portal in the world, that portal appeared in the USA 8 years ago. From that portal came a dragon known as Kamish that destroyed everything in its path. No hero could defeat it, except for 5 people who were able to defeat it. Those 5 subjects were named the strongest humans in humanity and were given the title of national hunters. Izuku, thought, I wish I had been there, but I was only 8 years old. I would have died instantly. Momo, Professor, does that mean another S-rank portal has appeared? With a worried tone. Aizawa, it's not as worrying as an S-rank portal, but B and A rank portals have been appearing in many areas. Be careful. If you see a portal, immediately notify a hero. All, yes. Aizawa, well that's all. They will have to choose their president. Everyone, that's very normal. Aizawa, shut up. Aizawa, okay, let me know when you're done sleeping in his sleeping bag. Lida, well, I propose that we vote for the person we trust the most to be our president. Everyone would nod. Results. 1 st underscore Izuku. 2 nd underscore Yaoyorozu Momo. 3 rd underscore Tenya Lida. Izuku, huh? Why me? Kirishima, it's just that Izuburo you have an aura that inspires confidence. Mina, yes, Izuku, when you're near, we feel safe. Uraka, yes. Lida, I see, it's true that when Izuku is around the atmosphere is more comfortable. Bakugo, accept it now Deku. Izuku, well. I don't accept the position of president. All, huh? Kyoka, why Izuku? Izuku, well, it's a pain to be the president he. Scratching his head. Everyone would fall out of their seats. Tokuyami, are you serious, Izuku? Izuku, well, it's also because I'm not qualified to direct. I prefer to leave that job to someone who is sure of what they do, like Lida. Lida, Izuku. Aizawa, well since Izuku deserted, Lida will be the new president and Momo will be the vice president. That's all. Leaving school. Izuku, Kyoka. Kyoka wouldn't say anything and would continue walking and Izuku would go after her. Izuku, Kyoka it was just a little joke. Kyoka. Izuku, come on Kyoka, forgive me. Kyoka, you made me wait for more than 20 minutes standing there. Izuku, I know I did wrong by telling you that. Izuku, but I want to correct my mistake. Kyoka would turn to look at him. Kyoka, I forgive you if you do something for me. Izuku, okay I'll do whatever. Kyoka, I wish you knew. Blushed. Izuku, what? Kyoka, I'll forgive you if you go out with me on a date. Blushed. At that point, most of the students who passed by stared at her. Kyoka, like a tomato, you see what you make me say. Izuku, blushing, well I think there would be no problem if we go on a date. Kyoka blushing, yes. Kyoka, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Kyoka, with a glare, don't even think about missing it. Izuku, yes, I know smiling. Aizawa, Izuku. Izuku, what's wrong, teacher? Aizawa, come with me. Izuku, okay. Empty room. Izuku, and what did you want to talk about? Aizawa, don't play dumb with me anymore. Izuku would get serious. Aizawa, you are Izuku Midori. Izuku, I already dropped that last name. Aizawa, well whatever. Aizawa, I'm not going to tell you to tell me your life now, this is another matter. Izuku, what matter? Aizawa, what's your real quirk? Izuku. Aizawa, if you don't answer, I'll have the sad need to expel you. Izuku would be surprised. Aizawa, oh, and this isn't a game. Aizawa, I'll ask the question again. Aizawa, what's your quirk? Izuku, Aizawa. Izuku, my quirk is called necromancer. Aizawa would be surprised and intrigued at the same time. Aizawa, that doesn't explain your incredible strength and speed. Izuku, well I can obtain the strength and speed of the dead. Aizawa, are you sure? Izuku, yes. Aizawa, okay, I'll believe you for now. Aizawa was leaving. Aizawa, remember that if you want to talk you can come with me whenever you want. After saying that he would leave. Izuku, sooner or later I'll have to tell him. Izuku, tsk what a nuisance. The next day. Izuku, that's weird, he said he'd be there in 5 minutes. Kyoka, Izuku. Izuku, Kyoka. Kyoka, I'm sorry, my father started asking me a lot of questions. You didn't expect much, did you? Izuku. Smiling, not at all. Izuku, are we leaving? Kyoka, yes. Izuku and Kyoka would go see a movie, then go for some ice cream, then go to the games and end with lunch at a cafe. Kyoka, I had so much fun. Izuku, ha 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 well don't fall like in the games. Kyoka, shut up, that was just an accident. Blushed. Kyoka, well this is my house. Izuku, then this is where it ends. Kyoka, see you tomorrow, Izuku. Izuku, goodbye Kyoka. Izuku would turn around and walk away. Kyoka, Izuku. Izuku, huh? At that Kyoka would jump, giving Izuku a kiss on the cheek. Izuku, huh? Completely red. Kyoka, I'm sorry, it was an impulse, blushes. Kyoka, bye. She would run home. Izuku, what was that? Izuku, and why do I feel like my heart is going to jump out? The next day. Izuku, I couldn't sleep. Izuku, every time I close my eyes I think of Kyoka's lips grabbing her cheek. Izuku, damn, I've never felt like this before. Izuku, I have too, seek some advice. Izuku, I'll call Lita. No, he wouldn't make a drama saying that it would ruin our union as partners. Izuku, how about Kaminari? No, better not. Izuku, I'm not completely on good terms with Kirishima. Izuku, damn. Who could it be? Izuku, wait a minute. Izuku, TSK. Damn, having to resort to him. Izuku was calling out to that person. Hello? Come to the mall in 20 minutes. At that Izuku would hang up and leave. 20 minutes later. You could see our green-haired boy sitting waiting for someone. Izuku, TSK, you finally arrived. In that you would see a blonde man with a gray sweatshirt. Izuku, Bakugo. Bakugo, why did you call me Deku? Izuku, well. Bakugo, I imagine you want to humiliate me? Bakugo, if so, I have a place, let's go quickly, I have things to do. Izuku, of course not, idiot, I'm not that crazy. Bakugo, then? Izuku, I would like to ask you for advice. Bakugo would be in shock by what Izuku had just said. Bakugo, huh? Izuku, I want to ask you for some advice, damn it. Bakugo, TSK, speak. Izuku, well. Izuku would tell Bakugo everything. Bakugo, and what's the problem? Izuku, well, I don't know what this feeling is, I've never felt it before. Bakugo, TSK, that feeling is called love, damn, it's what you feel when you really like someone. Izuku, huh? Love? Bakugo, of course, damn it. Izuku, I don't think it should be anything else. Bakugo, of course not, curse. Bakugo, you've never been in love before, that's all. Izuku, well, Bakugo, thanks for clarifying my doubts. Bakugo, I also want to tell you something. Izuku, what? Bakugo, the old Izuku can come back? Izuku would turn around. Izuku, Bakugo, I'm not going to forgive you. Bakugo, I know. Izuku, but we can say that we are acquaintances, Kachan. At that Izuku would leave. Bakugo smiling, thanks.